What's up, world? This is Banta again talking to you guys. We're doing day 3, which is typically a active recovery day within our program. I'm going to show you some of our hurdle mobility stuff that we do. You guys have seen the drills already and the static warm up. We've already covered that in the past. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to show you guys via my book all the different plyometric routines that we do to kind of build that stuff in. And tomorrow is usually a speed and power acceleration day. It could be speed endurance on our plan. It just kind of depends on what we're trying to emphasize for that particular week. But today we're going to talk about hurdle mobility. And I also want to highlight a former Parkway Central graduate, Dr. Brittany Corman, who has a bunch of body weight activities and things on her Instagram. I think for my athletes, particularly at Parkway Central, this is a kid who was, in our track and field program and our soccer program, a doctor, very, very smart about nutrition and all sorts of stuff. So very much worth a follow regardless of track and field training and stuff like that. She'd be a good follow as you move on or graduate for our seniors. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys the hurdle mobility stuff today, first and foremost. So this is our hurdle mobility. And so this is our bob and weave. Now, I know that some of us don't have hurdles, obviously, because we don't have access to the track. So my suggestion would be with this particular activity is that you can use a bench or a stool, or you can go into your basement and just do the movement. Skip, skip, dip, dip, bob and weave, and then through, and really all you need is about 10 meters of space to do it, and going back and forth 4 or 5 times is really good. Now, you might be asking the question, why do we use not race modeling, sorry, hurdle mobility on our active recovery day? Because after 2 days of kind of working hard and getting after it, obviously Monday always being our tough day, regardless if it's speed, acceleration, speed endurance, or special endurance, and then following it up with the tempo day, the kids are really, really sore. And instead of sending them home, I'd like them to be active, kind of shake the dust out, get the rust off the joints, so to speak. And so we go through these progressions. And here I've got a forward, and you'll notice it's single in. And again, this is something that you could do at your house, and you could just ghost these movements. You don't need an object. It's nice to have that object to kind of help you go through the motions, but you don't need to have one to do these. In fact, you could probably pull this up on your phone or on your TV if you've got a TV that hooks up to the internet, and you can kind of just do these movements in your living room. And you'll notice these are 2 in, but we switch the leg that's coming back, so then she'll go left leg through. And then we do one forward. We have a lot more of these. We do roquettes to the side. We'll do single in, double in, 2 forward, 2 back. But that's kind of how we handle that. Now, moving on to Dr. Corman. I'm going to pull this stuff up for you guys here. So this is some different mobility activities that you can do on a active recovery day. That's also pretty darn awesome. And she's got a bunch of different things that she goes through here with her different movements. And I'm going to take you through all of them today. She's definitely worth a follow. Very smart person. I like to say great kid, but she's obviously a young adult now. But these are things you can do on an active recovery day as well, just to kind of shake out the dust and kind of get your body kind of realigned, getting everything into its patterns that it needs to be in terms of movement. Great exercises for mobility and flexibility. All right, moving on to the second set. So here we're looking at more of some activities that are more yoga centric, but again, something you can do on a day that's an active recovery day. I really like this movement. Obviously, Dr. Corman is very mobile, and has a lot of skill sets, but these are all things that you guys can do at home on an active recovery day that's very, very, very valuable. And then we have child's pose, which most of you guys have seen before. Then this is a routine that she has for her body weight activities. So this is something you can do at home as well, which I really like a lot. And so this is kind of a different variation of what I showed you yesterday with the mountain climber. So those are really good, and I like those a lot. And then if you can't do a single leg squat, as we showed you yesterday, this is actually probably more appropriate for us as we're trying to, still work on our hamstrings and our glutes. And then this is a nice easy dip exercise, which is another body weight activity that's really great for your back and your shoulders. Also pay attention to the hand position that she's got back there as well. And then V up to the opposite leg, which is an amazing activity for mobility and strength of the core, and also very track centric in terms of leg movement and things like that. Great stuff. Continuing on, then we have in place squat jumps, which are great, a great activity. And again, this is not extremely exhaustive, but depending on the intensity level, how many reps and things that you're doing, you know, this is just a really good overall body exercise. This is a great one if you have a Smith ball or a balance ball at home to push off of that and to pike off of a balance ball is really great, or a stability ball. You can also do it with a med ball if you don't have a stability ball at home, but you do have a med ball. This is another great mobile activity for good core strength and body movement. And then dead bugs, which are always fun. I think she's got one more in here, it looks like. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. All right, great. Maybe not. That is it. Okay. So those are all great routines that you guys can do at home. Now, going back to the workout, as you can see here, even for our distance runners, they're doing stuff now. We talked about doing speed every day. So, if you've got a small hill at your house, that's something that you might want to throw in to a middle of aerobic run if possible. Another thing I want to have you guys pay attention to is when we move into the mid phase of our drills. I showed you a lot of our drills, but one of the things we like to do is we like to add in a mini burst. So you'll do, 15 meters of high knees and then another 20 meters of an acceleration. And that's immediately after. And what we try to do is we try to do that every other drill. So we don't do it for the butt kicks following the high knees, but we'll do it for one and then the other after another, and we've got a good separation there. This is an activity that we add into our drills to build a little bit of load, to build in a little bit more speed for all of our athletes. And remember, all of my athletes, my throwers, my jumpers, and my sprinters, and my distance athletes all do this type of stuff. So you might want to add this in if you've got a little bit of space going beyond just the drills, if you've been working out or have been working out until our seasons have been put on pause. This is a way to get a little extra volume of speed in while at the same time continuing on the same drills that you pretty much have already seen over the past couple of days. So here's our quote. In essence, if we want to direct our lives, we must to take control of our consistent actions. It is not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but it is what we do consistently. Tony Robbins. So very much a poignant quote for the day, thinking about what we're trying to get done and thinking about all the stuff that's going on in the world. And no matter what, even if you're worried that your season is lost or there isn't something in the future for you in terms of athletics for the next couple of months, it's still a great thing to be in shape, to be mobile, and to have good options for you to be healthy while you're in the house. Now remember, all of these drills and activities can be done in your yard, on a sidewalk, or on a street. Your aerobic runs can be done again on a treadmill. You can also do this on a bike or a row machine if you have those at your house. Just remember that if you're on a row machine or a bike, you're going to need to add 20%. And if you're on a treadmill, you're going to need to add about 10% of that volume. And again, aerobic pace means you should be able to have a conversation, be able to talk, but not be completely exhausted, not be able to be loquacious and like your coach. So anyway, those are the things that I want to highlight today. As I said, tomorrow I'm going to highlight jumps from my actual book, not just the layout of our workouts that I have up here for you guys today. I hope you guys are all doing well. Remember, I'm an email away, a Facebook away, a Twitter away. Any social media you want to hit me up on, please do so. I'm here to help. This is something that I look forward to doing every night, as we move forward. It helps keep me sane as well, just to chat with you guys and give you guys some ideas. So thank you.